I am Chuck Smith, a Virginia Republican candidate for the United States Senate seat currently held by Democrat Tim Kaine. I have a warning of extreme importance. I have been passionately campaigning about the issues of illegal immigration, spiraling inflation, increasing taxation, the escalating cost of living, the failings of President Biden, soaring crime, judicial warfare against Donald Trump, the Ukraine war, the war in Israel, protecting the unborn, protecting our children, education, the China threat, and the dangerous socialist Democrat left. Yet there is an absolutely frightening threat to America that eclipses all that. A tsunami occurs when the Earth's tectonic forces collide. In America, there are perilous financial, economic forces building to such magnitude they threaten devastating economic tidal waves that would cripple our country. Never in the history of the world has any nation encumbered itself with the level of debt that our government has caused. It is now $34.6 trillion and increasing by over $1 trillion every 100 days. That's $10 billion every day. America's debt is far more than the rest of the world combined. It is approaching 150% of our gross domestic product, and it is increasing exponentially. That this cannot be sustained is readily apparent. But what does that really mean? It means that at a fast approaching point, America will no longer be able to financially service its ever-increasing debt burden. Before that happens, all will appear normal. But when that happens, it will result in a devastating economic tsunami, and the America we know and cherish will perish. What we thought were important issues will all be eclipsed overnight. Every American will suffer. Individual wealth throughout our country will be virtually erased by staggering levels of inflation. Our federal government is already printing money it doesn't have. We have seen other countries do this to survive, and they have failed miserably with terrible consequences to their people. In 2009, President Barack Obama warned that the country's then $12 trillion debt was the greatest threat facing America. When he left office 8 years later, the debt instead increased to over 60% to $20 trillion. Donald Trump was alarmed by our debt when he was elected president, but when he left office in January 2021, the debt had increased to another 25% to over $25 trillion, despite his initial robust economic achievements. And during Biden's dismal presidency, it has increased to another $10 trillion in only 3.5 years. In December 1991, the USSR, a major world power at the time, collapsed overnight. It was not invaded. There was no natural catastrophe that precipitated the collapse. It simply imploded economically. We are also not too big to fail. If we fail, our enemies will not help us. There are no friendly countries with the overall ability to save us. We must save ourselves. Time is of the essence. Why is something so vitally important to our very survival being virtually ignored? It is because no one knows how to reverse the debt trajectory. Any politician raising this issue will be asked how to fix it. And because they don't know how to fix it, they simply hide from it. But I have the answer. It took a while for it to materialize, but I am now declaring I have a powerful, comprehensive plan that will save America from the pending economic tsunami. My plan will stop the continuous wealth flow from America to China. It will revitalize America's manufacturing sector. create explosive job growth, halt inflation, reduce high prices, and lower the cost of living. It may even help resolve our immigration dilemma. My United States Content Strategic Plan will launch such economic momentum that it will reverse the debt trend and thereby increase and protect the prosperity of the American people and our country. The United States House of Representatives, who is constitutionally most responsible for this crisis, has failed America. It is now up to the Senate, regardless of who prevails this November in the upcoming presidency. That is why I am running to be elected your United States Senator. I can and will fight with every fiber of my being to get my plan fully implemented by our government when I'm elected. I have all prerequisite skills and experience to get this plan enacted. I am a warrior. I swore to sacrifice my life to protect America as a military officer. I am now willing to sacrifice all to save the country I love. As an American and a Virginian, please heed the seriousness of this warning and get to know my plan. I am confident you will embrace its overall power and potential. Details will soon follow. Why are my 4 Republican primary opponents silent on this? They have no plan. Why is your current Senator Tim Kaine, who I am running to unseat, been publicly silent on this? He has no plan and is worsening it with the liberal socialist Democrat agenda. Why are all the financial experts throughout America, all the elected representatives, and all those appointed to help run our country not provided any viable plan to save America from this eventuality? They have no plan. Fight with me to save America. Help ensure that I get elected. Turn out and vote for me, Chuck Smith, for United States Senate. Rally others. Contribute. Assist in whatever way you can. Thank you. God bless America and our Commonwealth of Virginia.
This message has been authorized and paid for by Chuck Smith for U.S. Senate. Vote for Chuck Smith Tuesday, June 18th for the upcoming Republican primary.